Hello sweet friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm so excited to be sitting down today filming some Christmas decor ideas, sharing some things that I've picked up for Christmas already this year, and we're just going to talk about all things Christmas, what themes I'm looking at this year, colors, all of that good stuff. Now I will say that I went really minimal for fall this year, and partly because we're in a new house and we were still getting settled, but more than anything, I would say in the last 6 months or so, I have really been drawn to simplicity in my decor. I love drawing elements from nature and just keeping it easy, simple, fun. So I think we're gonna stay on that trend for Christmas this year. But all that to say, I will say, because I didn't decorate much at all for fall, I definitely have a little bit of like pent up energy. I'm definitely ready for Christmas. So if you're excited as well, be sure to go grab a hot cup of coffee or your favorite hot drink, cozy on up, and let's get started. And before we dive into all of the Christmas decorating ideas and the haul, I wanted to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. So I'm going to be making this DIY ornament that's going to be perfect for teacher gifts or neighbor gifts this year. I'm going to be using my Cricut Maker machine, which is my absolute favorite for all things DIY, home decor, organizing, you name it. But for this project, you're going to need some wood rounds, some acrylic paint of your color choice, and then some wooden beads. You can find these at your local craft store or Walmart, some jute or twine, and then also, of course, a paintbrush. You're also going to want to pick out some ribbon of your choice. I picked red in the Christmas section from Hobby Lobby, but this is what it looked like once I painted the round, added the beads and the jute, and now we're going to get started with our Cricut project. So I'm using a light grip mat. This is just your standard mat for most projects. You're going to need some white vinyl, some transfer tape, and then you're also going to need a smoothing tool and a weeding tool. I love the weeding tool for vinyl projects. It's definitely a necessity. So to get started, I am just opening up my laptop, which if you have Wi-Fi, you can do any Cricut project. And I'm opening this up to the Cricut design space. And I'm just using the text tool to put in the text that I want to do for the first ornament, which is Peace on Earth. And then I'm just going to scroll through and find a font that I like. For this project, I really wanted a pretty calligraphy font that's just going to look the best, I think, for this style. And I found one that I liked, so I'm just going to be sure to group all the words together, hit weld, and then we can go ahead and hit the Make It button. Once I hit Make It, it's going to load and connect to my computer via Bluetooth, and then you just have to select what material you're using. In this case, I'm using the vinyl, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and then I'm going to be sure to load up my mat, and you'll just see the blinking arrows. It's really simple, but first I have to get the vinyl on the mat, which again is a really easy process. You just cut it to size and put it right on. I think the coolest thing about Cricut is that although the cutting process is pretty straightforward, it's such a versatile tool because you can make so many things, whether it be a sign, an ornament like I am today. You can do pillow covers, t-shirts, mugs, you name it, and you can pretty much do it. And the best thing about this is it's very user-friendly. I know sometimes cutting machines can look a little intimidating, but after 1 or 2 times of using it, it's really easy and it's very simple. And now that the machine has cut out the letters for me, I'm going to pull it off of the mat, and then we can start the weeding process, which if you have the weeding tool is not very hard at all. You just have to be really patient. It's sort of a tedious task. I'm pulling back all of the vinyl except for the words in this case. And now that I finished that, you can see I'm left with the piece on earth here on my piece of paper. And now you're gonna take your transfer tape, you're gonna pull back the tape and slowly, but sort of in one fell swoop, place the tape onto your piece of vinyl. And you really wanna just kind of take your time with this and use that smoothing tool and smooth everything out and make sure that the letters are adhering to the tape. I really love how this turned out. I was able to pull back that transfer tape and place the vinyl right on the center of the ornament, and then again smooth everything out to make sure that the vinyl adhered to the ornament. And then I carefully and slowly peeled back that transfer tape, and I was left with this beautiful Christmas ornament that I made myself that I'll be able to gift all season long. So as far as my theme goes, I don't want to like put myself in a box too much, but I'm really drawn to very soft, neutral, vintage inspired pieces this year. I'm looking at things like natural cedar garlands and silk ribbon and Mercury glass ornaments and really soft knit textures throughout the home. Keep it really subtle and neutral, and that way when I decorate for Christmas I can pretty much leave all of it up through January and into the winter months, and it still, you know, gives that wintry feel. It's not too Christmassy. That way we don't get tired of it. I know because we decorate kind of early, we have a propensity to get a little bit tired of it by the end of December, and I rip everything down come December 26th. And I don't really want to do that this year. I want to sort of decorate. Of course there'll be a tree and things that are specific to Christmas, but really go with more of a wintry look. So let's talk about a couple things that I've picked up. So I have kind of a pile here of things that I've bought in the last week or two, and there's no rhyme or reason to the order that I'm sharing them, and the stores kind of get mixed up too, so I will be sure to mention where every individual item is from. I'm not going to group these things by store, if that makes sense. So just sort of listen in for where an item is from, and I'll try to link as much as I can down below too. But the first thing I picked up, let me pull it out of here. These are ornaments from Hobby Lobby. Here, see if it'll focus. You can see it's just a really pretty champagne color. It sort of has that Mercury look, very subtle. I love the soft champagnes and the silvers sort of married together. I think it's really beautiful. So these are going to be pretty on the tree. Which, speaking of trees, I can't believe I forgot to say this, but we moved from a home that had vaulted ceilings, so we had a 9.5 foot tree. It was really tall, and we had to sell it before we moved here because I think we only have 9 foot ceilings here. And so I got a new tree, which that was also overwhelming, sort of scouring the internet and Lowe's and Hobby Lobby and all your typical places, but I finally settled on a tree, and it is so pretty. I'll share a picture of it right here. But it's a flocked tree, but I would say it's like a medium flocking. It's not fully flocked, if that makes sense. I really wanted that look. I think it's going to be so pretty with all the gold and the silver. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Wanted to share because I know a lot of us are in the market for a tree, and for the price point, I really liked it. So the next item is a Goodwill find, so I don't have a link for you, but I just wanted to share this just to give you some inspiration. I looked at a couple of different like consignment shops, thrift stores, antique stores, and didn't have any luck for about a month or two. I've been looking for this item, and I went into Goodwill last week, and sure enough, I found a pair of white ice skates. Now these are children's size, but I don't mind. I think that's adorable since I have 3 little ones. But this is gonna make such pretty timeless Christmas decor. I could have this sitting next to a chair, out on the front porch, just kind of sitting up against something on the floor, and it really gives that sort of lived-in Christmas look that I think is just really cool. So I was so excited about that find. So this next item came from Walmart, and to be honest, I was completely blown away by Walmart's Christmas section this year. It is really, really good. So if you haven't gone and checked it out yet, I definitely recommend that you do so. This is a bow, and as soon as I saw it, it just screamed vintage to me. I don't know if it's the lace detailing or what, but it's just really, really pretty. I'm hoping to maybe use these on top of, I got 2 of them, hoping to use them either as a tree topper or I'm planning on doing the stair banister with some garland and maybe throwing this on the end. I think would be really pretty. Speaking of the stair banister, I did want to just kind of mention, I'm going to try to throw little nuggets of ideas and inspiration throughout the haul so that it's not just me spewing off things that I've bought. But one thing I try to do, you're on a tight budget, or if you just get overwhelmed by the thought of decorating your whole house for Christmas, I would definitely encourage you. I did this year before I went out shopping. Just take a walk around the home, and obviously you're probably gonna do a tree. I'm just gonna assume. But aside from the tree, just pick out like 3 or 4 areas that you really want to decorate. For me, I'm picking the stair banister, our piano, and our dining room buffet, and then the tree, obviously. And knowing exactly what areas I want to decorate really sort of just gives me peace of mind, and it gives me a good idea when I'm going out to the stores to know kind of what to look for. And then if you have leftover decor, of course you can put it throughout the home or the rest of the home. But I just wanted to kind of share that because that really helps me when I'm decorating a space for a season. I definitely like to just sort of walk around and just pick a few of your favorite areas that you know you want to decorate. Next item is also from Walmart, and it's just a beaded, hang on, let's see if it'll focus. A beaded garland. Come on. There we go. You can see it's very matte, definitely more of like a natural look, but I think that it's neutral enough to work on my tree. And I think that sort of the matte natural look will contrast really well with a lot of the like shiny glittery ornaments. It'll sort of marry together and pair well together. At least I hope. Okay, next is again from Walmart and more ornaments, but I don't know if you can see, I'll try to, there's kind of a glare. Maybe I should pull some of these out, but these are glass ornaments, and they're not necessarily Mercury glass, but they look like Mercury glass. So they're really, really pretty. They're kind of silver, kind of gold in person. They're just beautiful. And again, they sort of scream that vintage look to me, and you get 9 of them for $9.99. So definitely a good deal, good bargain. I think I got 2 of these boxes just so that I can really fill my tree with them. And I think they're gonna be beautiful. Next item is from Hobby Lobby. It's not a Christmas decor item, but I'm going to use it as Christmas and winter decor, and that is a big cozy ball of yarn. Now I actually got 3 of these, and whether you crochet or not, these are so fun to have sitting in a basket next to a chair in your sitting room or living room. Again, it just sort of gives that lived-in look, and it adds such a fun texture to your space without costing a lot of money at all. Okay, so next item, again, I guess wouldn't really classify as Christmas decor. It's more cozy fall, winter-esque, but I had these pillow covers made out of a sweater material. I got 2 of them off of Etsy, and I just love these. They're so cozy. I love sort of the taupe color. Is really, really pretty. I think these will go really pretty against my white chairs in my sitting room, and they just scream warm, cozy, Christmas time, winter wonderland. I just really love them. I love how neutral they are, very soft. They'll go with pretty much all of my other Christmas pillows, which is great. I would say that when you're decorating for Christmas, the 2 biggest things that are going to impact your theme and the color choices that you've made are your ornaments on your tree and the ribbon you choose. Now I use ribbons and garlands when I wrap gifts, just kind of tie them all throughout the house. Just gives a really pretty look of Christmas. And in years past, again, I've always used red or gold or burlap or something like that. And this year I'm going a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I think it's going to be so timeless, so classic and beautiful. But I went to Hobby Lobby to look for ribbon, and I sort of had in mind what I wanted. Went to the Christmas ribbon aisle and didn't find anything I wanted or liked at all. At least not for this theme. And so I was like, well, maybe the regular ribbon section they'll have something. So I went back to just the regular craft ribbon aisle, and sure enough, I found a couple of options. These are all the same, I think. That one's a little more white, but they're sort of a champagne, just satin ribbon. Come on, there we go. It's very simple, very, very simple, but I think the satin look, oh, silk, that's what I mean to say, not satin. Silk ribbon, it gives, again, that vintage feel. I can tie this all over and it's gonna be beautiful. It'll just give like a subtle touch of wintry Christmas. I could see this hanging off of a cedar wreath and just be timeless, you know? So anyway, I'm excited about that. Next find came from Hobby Lobby, and I really took my time and walked the aisles and really tried to look in every little shelf and not just run in, hurry, grab some things because I liked them and then ran out. I tend to have that mindset when I go in there most of the time because I'm on a time crunch. But I always encourage going to stores like Hobby Lobby when you have a lot of time. You can take your time looking and only buy what you really truly love. And I found these, again, sort of Mercury glass Christmas trees. Wow, it looks so pretty with the light coming in. I love that reflective glass look, so pretty. But again, I wish they had multiple sizes in this. They did not, but I did buy two. Because having them stacked would have been really pretty, but I just thought this would be a really pretty touch of Christmas on either one of my shelves or on a side table or just somewhere in the house. I love these. I think they're gorgeous. I mentioned Cedar Wreath earlier when I was talking about this ribbon, but again, another Hobby Lobby find. I don't know if this is the first year that they're carrying this wreath, but I don't remember ever seeing it before. But it is a cedar and pine wreath, and it looks so realistic in person. I honestly can't get over it. It'll be nice to have this for years and years to come. It won't leave a mess. I know sometimes indoor garlands and wreaths that are real can get kind of messy by the time Christmas rolls around, but I just love this. I loved how timeless it looked. Again, I think it'll pair so beautiful with a bow right at the bottom. And the other thing I really appreciated about this wreath is I think that it's stunning, but at Hobby Lobby they have lots of really intricate wreaths with ornaments and floral stems and picks, and they can get really expensive. I think I've seen wreaths upwards of $200 at Hobby Lobby, which is just insane. I paid $40 for this one, which isn't necessarily cheap, but compared to a wreath with lots of things going on, it wasn't bad. And I think it's really full, it's large, and I can add my own ornaments or ribbons, whatever I'm doing that year. So I could use it every single year, time and time again. So definitely worth the investment piece here. Next item is actually an Amazon find. This is a garland, sorry, trying to get it to focus. You can just see how real and natural it looks. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I almost feel like I should be smelling pine, but that's what candles are for. And just gorgeous. I'm hoping, I got two of these. I'm hoping that these are the garlands that I use on my stair banister, so we'll see. Might end up using them somewhere else, you never know, but I just really liked these. I liked how natural they looked, how simple they were, and they just scream Christmas. And speaking of smelling pine, I did get some Christmas candles already. I ordered them online from Antique Candle Co., which they make the most beautiful candles. They smell so good. I love, love, love the packaging. Just really simple, would work with any decor theme you've got going on. But this one is my absolute favorite, and it is the scent Tree Farm. You can see it focused there. And I'm not kidding. It smells like a Christmas tree forest. It's just so, so good. And it's not too strong a balsam scent. It's almost clean and crisp, but it's perfect. I love it. The other scent I got is Peppermint, and it truly, sorry that's loud. It truly just smells like a warm vanilla candy cane. It's so good. And this is perfect for in the kitchen or a bathroom during the Christmas months because it's just a really clean scent. And the last thing I got were these Juniper Stems. They had tons and they were on sale for $2.99 a piece. So not a bad deal. And I actually have quite a few of these already, but I remember last year wishing that I had more. So I bought 4 more. And you can see there's so many beautiful things that you can do with these. I like to put just these alone in a white pitcher on the kitchen table. It's gorgeous at Christmas time and transitions into winter really well. You could put these in a basket. You could have them just sitting out with some ornaments and different decor pieces on a mantle or a tabletop. Just really, really pretty. Alright, sweet friends, well I hope you enjoyed today's video and just kind of seeing what I've picked up so far for Christmas 2021. It's going to be such a fun holiday season. I'm so thankful. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Amy and I'm so glad that you stopped by today. Make sure you hit the red subscribe button before you leave. That way you see the rest of my Christmas videos this season. There'll be decorating and lots of fun stuff. So be sure to do that. And I hope you all are having a wonderful week and I'll see you guys really soon in the next one. Bye.